Hi, and welcome to Royalty Princess Josh channel. Thank you so much for joining me on today. It's such a pleasure to be back. Last week I had so many things to take care of. I had a lot to do. But today I want to talk about how I feel about my son turning 18 years old. Yes, my only son turning 18 years old. I had my son 18 years ago. It's really, really hard to believe that 18 years have actually came and went pretty much, And I'm just so proud of my son. Like, he is a good child. He has been a good child. He has been a blessing to me and a blessing to many other people. When I first left like a bad situation and got out of one relationship, I like jumped into another relationship. And at the time I was like 19 years old. And, I was in college and I was working. And, I already had one child. And so I didn't have no plans on having another child right away, but like a year and some change later, so I ended up getting pregnant in a different relationship. And, at the time, my partner was like, he was like, yeah, you gonna have my baby, you gonna have my baby. And I was like, he crazy. I'm not having no baby. Trust and no, I'm not having no baby. Okay, I already had one baby. And then next thing you know, I had missed my cycle. And I remember I was at my son's dad's family house at the time. And while I was there, I had went and brought my pregnancy test, and I had went in the bathroom and took the test, over their house. And when the results came back, 2 lines, I was pregnant. I was just like crying, tears, just crying, just crying, just crying, just crying, just crying. Like, no, no way, So then my son, dad was like, what's wrong? It's like, what's wrong? Why are you crying? Why are you crying? And I was like, 'cause I'm pregnant. 'Cause I'm pregnant. And then, so my son, father, dad was like, that's a good thing. He was like so kind to me, very, very respectable. We had a very good relationship, rest his soul. And he was like, that's a good thing, And, my son was the first grandson that we know of. And so, it was really, really special, to everyone, but especially to my son's father family, because my son was the first grandson. And I was just so nervous. Like, I ain't even see this coming. You you do what you do, but I ain't even see this coming. And, wasn't part of my plan, but it was definitely a part of God's plan. So, I worked the whole time I was pregnant with my son. I went to college the whole time I was pregnant with my son. And, I had a lot of hard days, It was really, really tough, raising my son. And, my son went to pre-K, elementary, middle school, high school. And God has saw us through all of those years and through all of those lessons and experiences. And my son is very quiet, but he's very lovable. And even though he's been through a lot of things and a lot of people have counted my son out, God has truly, truly blessed him. And I'm very proud to be his mother. And, the first time I had my son at the hospital and he came out and I was holding him and I was just crying and crying and crying. And I was like, I got my boy. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, my son is a mama's boy, of course, And so I have my experiences being a girl mom and a boy mom. It's been fantastic. I loved every bit, even the hardest times. My kids have made my life 100 times better. So we thank God for him. We thank God for his purpose. We thank God for his life. We thank God for the direction that God is carrying him. And I love you, baby, if you're watching this video. And I will catch y'all in the next one. Okay? Stay blessed.